My head is so ridiculously hot after that game. How do I feel so deflated watching Manchester United win an FA Cup semi-final at Wembley and get to the final? How? Well, I'll tell you how. We can be 3-0 up against a side who is 8th in the Championship with 19 minutes left to go and end up needing a penalty shootout to win the game. That's one of the most spectacular collapses you are ever going to see from any team, let alone Manchester United. And when that goal went in right at the end there from Coventry, I was like, shit me, man. That's the end of it. That's the end of Erik. I stated so many times in the build-up to this game that I didn't think going through or losing was something that would define whether or not Jim Ratcliffe and INEOS would sack Erik ten Hag. I did not expect this to happen. I've just seen Jim Ratcliffe, a 71-year-old man, I didn't just see, but anyway, 71-year-old man complete his 8th London Marathon in a personal best time. Sporting achievement. Sit there and watch Manchester United go from being 3-0 up with 19 minutes to go. I do not care what you say about Erik ten Hag, and I'll say this quickly here, right? I don't give a crap what you think about Erik ten Hag and any tactical change he made or any sub that he made that was incorrect. Any professional Manchester United players who were on the pitch at that time should be able to see out the end of that game. Doesn't matter what 11 is on the pitch. Oh, he took off Kobe Mainoo and Garnacho. That was the No, it was not, man. Those 11 players that were still on the pitch should easily have been able to see out that game against Coventry, who are 8th in the Championship. I don't care. The in-game management of these players. Oh, what? Erik, let's look to you. Stop looking at your manager, man. The mentality is so fragile. Even at 3-0 up against a team in the Championship, you still can't be comfortable about this team. 3-0, 3-all. That was all of us. And it nearly ended in tears. And it somehow ends with Manchester United in the FA Cup final against City. Let's not talk about that. I need to talk about Erik ten Hag. I need to talk about INEOS. And I need to talk about Ratcliffe. I just don't... I get so torn between... It's like I'm in a maelstrom, man, of just a whirlwind. Oh, but, you know, we're just getting a new technical director, a new CEO in. INEOS aren't going to... Jim Ratcliffe said we're not going to run to the wrong decision. We're going to walk to the right decision, not run to the wrong one. But you just can't watch this United team and go, oh, I've got confidence they can turn it all around. When the injuries... I can't have any confidence in this United team doing anything. Let alone beating City in an FA Cup final. Let alone being 3-0 up against Coventry with 19 minutes to go. I'm not sure if I mentioned this yet. And it ending 3-all. And then nearly, probably the same sort of margin as Garnacho's offside against Arsenal. That close to scoring a 120th minute winner and knocking us out. What do INEOS and Ratcliffe do from this point? I really don't know. Because I just can't see... Fucking hell. Mate. That was near... We got the third goal, and I keep saying so often, Man United never get that third goal. That's going to be the one it kills the game. I was talking about Harry Amass coming on, making his debut. Well, why not bring an Ethan Wheatley on? Slap that upside your head. One goal. Second goal was a deflection. Bruno Fernandez's third goal was a deflection. Levels out. Oh, that's all right. Right. You're just going to concede a penalty in there. Was it a harsh penalty? I do not have the energy to argue about a VAR decision. That's like the least of my worries in my mind right now. It's mad, isn't it? We've reached now our second FA Cup final in 2 years under Erik ten Hag. We've reached our third domestic cup final in 2 years under Erik ten Hag. And I'm sitting here, and the main emotion that's taken over me is just like, what have I just watched? What have I just watched? That was about to go down as, I mean, it would have been right up there with the biggest humiliations that has ever happened at Manchester United. And it's, I don't know where to turn. I don't know what to say. I don't know what comes now. How can INEOS and Ratcliffe be looking at this Manchester United team this season and go, yeah, you know what? As long as we've got the right structure around it, we'll be fine. Because even in a game where we had so much control, first half, 11 shots to 1. Perfect. Yeah, Mark Robins might have made a switch at half-time, then switched to a back four and gave him more options and space. We had more space. We got the third goal. Calm. Good. But even in that scenario, these players can't see that game out. It's staggering. And it nearly blew up in our face. And by the way, can I just say, what a difference it makes to have a goalkeeper who is not a spade in a penalty shootout. Onana, well done. Hoyden, well done for the 5th penalty as well. Man United through to the FA Cup final. I should be celebrating. But I can't. It's like the last thing in my mind right now. I think I was seeing on Twitter that people were saying, oh, Anthony was there cupping his ears to Coventry fans. And I was like, boy. Remember when Maguire did that for England? That was weird at the time. Anthony, mate. All of those players should be running to the away end, clapping, apologising to all 35,000 United fans who were there and legging it down that tunnel and getting as far away from that stadium as possible out of sheer damn embarrassment. Man United box office for all the wrong reasons this season. And as I said, you've got a man there who's just completed his 8th. You might think it's a weird thing to sort of be focusing on, but he's just completed his 8th marathon at the age of 71, which is a fantastic personal sporting achievement. He knows what it takes to run businesses. He knows what it takes when it comes to personal elite sporting achievements. And he's watching that team there throw away a 3-0 lead against a team who are 8th in the championship and needing penalties to reach the FA Cup final. When it comes to sustainability and long-term growth and long-term vision and plans, none of that is part of it. Oh, man. I need a stiff drink.